All right, guys, I want to go ahead and walk you through this PowerPoint that I made in case you can't hear the audio. So let me go ahead and start it for you real quick. If you do have access to this PowerPoint, what you can do is look down at the bottom right-hand corner and there'll be a little microphone. All you're going to do is press play. Okay, so let me go ahead and walk you through this. Okay, so yeah, here's the little microphone down here.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is just press that play button if you have access to it. But if not, let me go ahead and try to walk you through this. So for your Macbeth projects, I want you to incorporate a piece of text into your writing. If you're doing the 250 word essay, you need to do two embedded quotations for the whole essay. If you're just doing the little blurbs for every costume, 3 to 4 sentences, I want one embedded quotation for every little blurb. Okay, so why are we going to incorporate text into our writing? It's going to show what inspired you in order to
Okay, guys,
what
let's
gave you
talk
that
about.
idea. So what gave you that idea? Shows what inspired you. It's going to add credibility. It shows that your idea came from the text that we're reading. That's all we're going to do. Okay, let's go to the next one. And what you're going to do is you're going to show me that you understand what you read and that you can be creative in incorporating Shakespeare's ideas into your own, and you can expand upon them, make them better, come up with something different than he did. Okay, that's fine too, as long as it came originally from the text itself. All right, so let's go to step one. It's really easy. All you're going to do is you're going to write a sentence about what you drew. So maybe you drew which three in a green dress and a red cape, in which case you would just write down, I put which three in a green dress and a red cape. That's all you have to do. Next. So this is where things get a little more tricky, but you can do it. So we're going to find out where's the piece of text in the play that gave you the idea to put which three in a green dress? So what did you read that, or what do you remember reading or seeing that gave you that idea? Find that in the story, okay? Okay, and then next, well, let's say I can't find anything that gave me that idea. Everything needs to come from the text. So maybe you need to edit your drawing a little bit, but if you're already drawn everything, don't worry. You need to think critically. You can make it work. Your job is to convince me that your idea came from the story. So it probably did come from the story. You just need to think about it a little harder. Think about the symbols, like what does green represent? What can you connect green with that's already in the story? What does red represent? If you put them as ragged clothing, why did you do that? Where in the story did you do that? Okay. Your idea did come from somewhere, so just find it. For example, green is the color of grass and the earth. Banquo in the story, he asks Macbeth, let me go back to that slide. Banquo asks Macbeth, what are these so withered and so wild in their attire that look not like the inhabitants of the earth and yet are on't? Shakespeare 1.3. I chose the color green for which three's dress because green is the color of grass and the earth. So there you go. This could mean they've been living outside, therefore they've got a connection with the earth, just like Banquo said. So that's what we're looking for here, okay? Okay. So just remember, you never can leave your quotation hanging out by itself. So look at that second bullet point right here. This is an example of an incorrect quotation. I put the witches in ragged dark colors, comma, how now you secret black and midnight hags. You see how it's just kind of thrown in there? There's no introduction. You want to avoid that. Don't do that. Macbeth tells the witches that what they're doing is strange and scary. Like, this is all good. We just need to connect it a little bit better. So let's go ahead and look at a proper way to do this. I put the witches in ragged, dark colored clothes because when Macbeth says, how now, you secret black and midnight hags, Shakespeare 4.1, he indicates that the spell the witches are casting is strange and scary. So right here, we have an introduction for our quote, and we also have a citation. Remember, your quote goes in the middle. Don't begin your statement with a quote and don't end your paper with a quote. Also, avoid asking questions in your paper. You want to delete the question, answer it, and then, yeah. All right.
Okay, just a couple of last.
All right, last pieces of advice. So if you're using multiple lines of text, make sure that you separate them with these slashes right here. This means that this is one line of poetry. This is a second line of poetry, but I want to write them all on my paper, so I tell the reader that they're two separate lines by putting that slash right there. Always making sure that we're putting in that citation, Shakespeare 1.3. This is the act separated by a period with the scene that we're in, okay? Put your period or comma after the parentheses or inside quotation marks, just like here. If you need a comma, you put it inside the quotation marks. If you end the sentence, you put it right here, okay? If you're going to cut out sections of text, you're going to use ellipses. So for example, if you want to write the weird sisters hand in hand, and then you put thus do go about. Now there's something in the middle I cut out, so I put an ellipses right there. And then for your format, again, 250 word essay, or you can just write short little statements about every costume. You can like handwrite them under the costume, however you want to do that. I do want 2 embedded quotes for the 250 word essay, 1 embedded quote for that short little blurb that goes with the costume. Okay. All right. So if you need help,
Okay, guys,
please
I know.
make sure that you email me to this email address, and I'm going to see your message right away. It comes to my phone. If you email me at that Gmail account, I don't have that come to my phone, so I have to go on my laptop and check it. So if you really need help right away, email that one right there. I'm really proud of you guys, and I miss you all very much. I wish that we could get to perform these presentations and do the acting scenes, because I think that'd be a lot of fun. So if you need help, email me, but hopefully that explanation helps a little bit. Just remember, don't put your quote at the end of a sentence, and don't put your quote all hanging out there by itself. Don't do that. Okay. Bye, guys.